An advisor to the head of Russia's state space agency has appeared in court on charges of treason. Russia's Federal Security Service says the former journalist Ivan Safronov is accused of spying for an unspecified NATO country. Safronov, who reported on military topics for two major Russian business newspapers, has pleaded not guilty. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in jail. Joining me now from Moscow is Galina Polanskaya. Galina, what more can you tell us about this case?
Well, good evening. Actually, this case is extremely complicated as any spy case in Russia, because all such cases are classified, so we know basically nothing. But what we know is an information coming from an FSB statement that says that Ivan Safronov collected and transmitted classified information about Russian military technical cooperation and national defense and security to one of the intelligence agencies of a NATO country. Now, Ivan himself denied the accusations and refused to take part in the interrogation. You need to understand that Ivan right now is working as an advisor to the head of Roscosmos, the Russian state space agency, but he used to be one of Russia's best journalists. Even the Kremlin defined him like that. He worked for Kommersant newspaper and Vedomosti newspaper, and his articles were outstanding. And he had to quit his job after an article where he alleged that the Russia's upper house speaker was about to leave her post. So Ivan quit his job, and after all the political department of Kommersant also quits their jobs. So right now what is happening is that Roscosmos, the Russian space agency, says that this arrest has nothing to do with Ivan's activity at this post. The Kremlin's spokesperson earlier said that this arrest apparently is not linked with his previous activity as journalist, but many media here say that indeed it is linked, and they say that it could be these charges could be linked with an article in Kommersant about Russia exporting Su-35 fighter jets to Egypt.
Galina, just quickly, what has the reaction been to the arrest of Safronov?
The Russian Journalist Society was outraged and said that all of this is absurd, all of those accusations. And there was a protest in the center of Moscow in front of the FSB headquarters where journalists would go and try to protest. But 15 of them were detained immediately right after they tried to put up the posters demanding the immediate release of Ivan Safronov. And I've spoken with some of his colleagues, and many of them think that this case is a revenge. Let's listen more.
No one else used to get such exclusives as Ivan managed to get. And this is the professional duty of a journalist, to get sensitive, important information. Given how Ivan works, of course, he could have angered many. Even if a journalist gets the information that constitutes a state secret, he cannot be held responsible for it, because only the person who signs special papers can be held responsible for divulging state secrets.
Kommersant newspaper described Ivan as a patriot and demands a fair investigation, but he could face up to 20 years in prison.
Galina Polanskaya, journalist from the Russian capital, thank you very much.